First things first, what is Poshmark for those of you that don't know? Now, if you're a longtime sub to the channel, you obviously know what Poshmark is. I've preached about it a lot. But if you're new to the channel, you might not. Now, Poshmark is an e-commerce platform that primarily connects buyers and sellers of clothing, okay? Although just like Amazon kind of first started out with books and then expanded into other new categories, Poshmark is doing much of the same thing, right? They're expanding into new categories and into new countries. It's a growing platform that you can use to make money reselling clothing and a number of other things online. And if you're a Poshmark seller watching this video, you might be wondering, what you're doing wrong and why other people's sales are so high, but yet your closet is struggling. Well, chances are it's because you're doing one or any of these following things. So what are those 5 things that you should be doing every single day if you want to sell on Poshmark and make more sales long term? Alright, so the first tip is a simple one, but yet most people that sell on Poshmark don't even do this, and that is to share your closet at least 1 time a day. Now, preferably you want to do this a lot more, and I know it can be tedious, obviously, when you're going through and you're literally hitting share to my followers, share to my followers. If you have a couple hundred listings, or even less, like 50 to 100, it's going to take you a long time, and it's really going to be a monotonous process that you don't want to do. So I totally get that, right? That said, with the automation software like Simple Posher right here, it makes it so much easier. Now, I've done an entire video on how to use Simple Posher and how I recommend that you do it as well. I will drop that video down at the bottom of the description if you want to check it out. And that way you can also automate your Poshmark closet a lot like this. Now, it's not fully auto, but it is the best automation software out there that I know of currently. It's $9.99 a month. It comes with a free trial. It does pretty much everything that all the other expensive ones do that you really need, okay? So literally I can randomize the sharing order, or I can reverse share order from the bottom if I want to keep my closet organized. I hit start and bam, it literally is just going to start pulling these listings down and sharing them to whatever it is, right? So if I set it up to share to the party, it'll share to those listings to the active party going on currently, right? If I don't click that, then it will just share them all to my followers, okay? Pretty simple, pretty self-explanatory. Now, you want to share your closet, like I did say, at least 1 time a day, okay? Preferably a lot more. The reason being, the more you share your items, the higher visibility they're going to get on the platform. So on Poshmark, there's really 2 ways that you're going to get more visibility by doing this, right? So it's either number 1, it's the most recently listed, or number 2, the most recently shared. And so by sharing your stuff all the time, constantly, you're going to constantly be giving your items more visibility on the platform, and then obviously it's a better chance for you to sell them across not just your followers, but people in parties, as well as the people that are searching for those specific items or items like that, okay? So automate your closet. It's game changer. It's going to do so much for you, and it's so easy to use. Now, tip number 2 is something that's super easy to do, and it's actually a lot quicker on mobile. If you want to do it when you're bored or sitting on the couch or something, you can just do this randomly with a couple of items here and there, and it's also going to increase your visibility and help you sell more. So what is it? Well, it's edit list. That's exactly what it is, right? Edit list. Now, remember what I said from number 1. There's 2 ways to get more visibility on the platform. You can either share your items, and then Poshmark will show them, and there'll be more visibility in search results and other things based on the most recently shared, right? Or the most recently listed. But you don't actually have to create a brand new listing to get most recently listed, right? If I just right click this really fast and right click this really fast, what's going to happen is I can go into edit, scroll down, and literally hit update. Now, I didn't change anything, but because I updated the listing and relisted it, Poshmark's going to see that as a brand new listing and categorize it as such. And that's a little hack that you can do to constantly give your items more visibility on the platform. Now, like I said, it's so much easier on the actual apps. I highly recommend that you do this. It doesn't have to be all the time, but if you do this at least once a day, like we said with tip number 1 as well, preferably a lot more, you're going to end up higher in search results because, like I said, new listings are usually how it's sorted originally, and you'll get more visibility on top of your feed. If you go to the feed, like the Poshmark feed, you'll notice that like some people have like these little stories up here, especially on like the mobile, right? On the mobile version of the app. And what these are people that literally just see shop new listings that just edit relisted or listed something new. So it's going to give you more visibility on a number of places, and that's the name of the game on Poshmark, right? You want more visibility for your items, giving them a higher chance to sell. Okay? Now, something else that you can do, so tip number 3 is to simply fix stale listings or lower price listings and relist them higher. Now, this is also going to help you sell more and make more money, right? So it's going to help you make more money, obviously, because this is a perfect example of one. So is this one right here, right? You can see that I've dropped my prices super low, so I'm not getting any money on these. Now, I've dropped these because of closet clearouts, hoping to sell them and just free up some inventory because I have so much inventory that I need space, and sometimes I'm doing these promotions just to kind of get some of that inventory out and clear it up for other items where I can potentially sell more. This is an example of something that didn't sell well that I was taking a chance on. This is something that I think I got this like a month ago. It still hasn't sold. I have a couple of them. So what I would redo, right, is I'd literally relist this. I'd copy the title, I'd copy the pictures, I'd copy literally everything and just send it into a new listing, relist it, and put it back up at the list price of $15 or maybe even a little bit higher and just re-roll the dice again, right? Slowly drop the price, accumulate interest, and then make offers. That is going to help me make more money, number one, because clearly there's no margin on this. So if I relist it, I have the potential to make money on that. And it's also going to help me sell it easier, right? Why would you think that raising the price and relisting it's going to help you sell it easier? Well, A, because the people on this already know that I've made offers most likely, so they're already waiting to see how low I'm going to drop the price. And number 2, often if you list it higher, there's kind of that perception of more value in the listing. And so sometimes when a listing gets this low, whether it's $5, $6, $9, $12, regardless, whatever it is, it's going to differ depending on your listing and the value that you're offering, right? But sometimes when the price is too low, people perceive it as not actually being a valuable item. And so often raising the price up and doing it all over again will actually prompt a sale. It might not be right away, but it will help you sell more and it will help you make more money. Now, tip number 4 is something that you can also implement super easy, and it's make offers to likers. So every single day, I'll pick, maybe 10 to 50, depending on how much time I have, and of the items in my closet, and I'll literally just make an offer to a liker. So instead of offering and dropping the price like it was a closet clear out sale, I literally just offer to likers. Now you can see that there's only one liker on this actual listing, but if I were to make an offer to them and prompt the potential sale, that's one of the easiest ways that I not just sell on Poshmark, but also Mercari and eBay as well, right? So maybe I offer free shipping and then give them a little bit of value at like $17, and then I'm still netting $6.50 on this roughly, and I think it cost me like $1 to get this on a coupon website. I could also go a little bit higher if I wanted to go like $21 and then maybe potentially net 10, right? I send that to the liker and boom, maybe they buy it, maybe they don't, but it's something that you can do immediately that costs you nothing that can potentially prompt more sales for you. Same thing with this one, right? Maybe I'm going to give a slight shipping discount and we'll call it like $15. So they're getting a discount there, they're getting a discount on the shipping, and then I still can potentially net $9. And the last tip is to share to and from parties. So you want to share to parties, right? All the time. If there's a party going on, for example, let's say there's a shoe party going on. Well, I have a lot of shoes in my closet currently, so obviously I would share those shoes to the shoe party, right? Because typically speaking, people that are in the shoe party, sharing shoes to the shoe party, are going to be more likely and more inclined to buy shoes or be interested in shoes, right? So it's the exact target buyer that I'm looking for often. Same thing with like jeans, right? You say I had jeans in my closet, which I don't, and there was a jean party going on. Well, chances are I want to share those jeans to the jean party. Same thing from parties. So that's going to give you more chance to sell it to the people in the parties and grow your closet that way. But if you share from parties, it's also going to cause people to look at your closet, share back, and potentially come back to your closet in the future to make a purchase. How's that going to work? So you can automate both of these, by the way, just with Simple Posher. I'm not going to cover that in this video because I've covered it in the other video that's at the bottom of the description if you want to check it out. But you can automate this entire process with Simple Posher as well. And then I just literally leave it there and it's going to share 48 items, or I can share it indefinitely if I wanted to go that way as well, okay? But then you obviously have to, if you share it indefinitely, there's only a certain amount of listings up on the screen currently, so you'd have to keep updating it or keep switching the sort by category. So that's why I don't typically, little caveat, share indefinitely from parties like this, okay? But so what this is essentially going to do is why you're sharing these items from the party. How's that going to help you sell more on your closet, right? So what's typically going to happen is, just like follow for follow on Instagram, there's kind of like the share for share culture on Poshmark, right? So if somebody shares your item, they're kind of expecting you, not always, but it's kind of like, an unwritten rule that you share them back, you give the love back, right? And so by me sharing all these people's items, they're going to potentially see that I shared their item by getting a little notification up here or on the app, and then come to my closet to share one of my items, right? So I'm getting more visibility to their followers. They might end up following me, so they might follow me, their followers might follow me, hence growing my closet. On top of it, it's giving me more visibility to their followers because they're sharing my item to their followers. And by the way, on top of that, if I'm sharing from a party and I've already sorted my closet, let's say that I've sorted my closet with like all the shoes up top, right? And I'm sharing from a shoe party. Well, just like we covered in the last tip, the people that are more inclined to, want shoes or be my potential customers are going to be in the shoe party. So if they come to my closet looking to share items back and happen to notice something that they like, then they can obviously potentially buy it. So it's really just giving you more visibility and more chances to sell. These are 5 tips that you can literally utilize today to increase your Poshmark sales.